I've been enjoying this feeling of working with the breath, of taking about 5 really big breaths, really strong exhales, and then the next one following, letting it be as soft and gentle as it can be. So we'll go ahead and do that, starting with 5 big breaths. Just like sigh it out, clear it out, shrug your shoulders, whatever feels good for you. Big, big breath. Fill up your lungs. Let it go. 2 more big breath. Exhale. One more, the biggest breath of all. Huge exhale. Next ones to follow. Soft. Keep going with soft breath. One more breath here. Blinking open the eyes, bringing the hands to the heart. Take the hands, rub them together. Cup them over your eyes, blink in your palms. Take the hands, rub them down the face. You can do very gently or even off the skin if you don't want to, for whatever reason. It's like a gentle, as if you're washing your face. Take the hands, rub them together. Using the area of most friction where you can feel that warmth. And we're going to go at the third eye between the eyebrows and just gently massage up and over your forehead. Into the temples. And you take both hands to the temples. You can use fingers or your palm. Down under the cheekbones and the jaw. I like to use areas of a lot of surface because it's kind of lots of areas get tense there. Take your fingers, be underneath the ears, behind the ears, and to the side of the jaw. So if you slide right behind the ears, behind the jaw. Good, let that go. Let's roll the shoulders. Coming into cat-cow. Breathing through our cat-cows. Going, keep breathing. Come up and roll the shoulders down. We'll take the big arm stretch outside to side. Take your time with it so you can feel along the way all the areas that are lengthening, stretching, and bring it down into the heart. One time, reversing. Inhale up and exhale out. Fingertips all the way down. Draw your shoulders back, relax your legs. Take your head down and side to side. Keeping the shoulders anchored back, the fingers anchored down. Good. Awesome. Take your hands forward, forward fold. Just slowly kind of like unlocking, noticing areas. Actually scan through in the different positions and notice, oh, what feels tight here? What feels good? Walk your hands back up. We can change leg position if we'd like to. And we'll take the right arm forward. Easy, draw your fingers towards you. Draw the fingers underneath you. Take your left hand, run down the arm so you can squeeze, do a little self massage down your arm if you want to let it be a little softer at your side. Just using the left hand to massage through the right arm and wrist. Especially that area between the thumb and the palm. Ooh. Lots of stuff happens in there. Good, change hands. So now left hand presses forward. Right hand pulls the fingers towards you. And down. You can soften your arm, right hand to massage across. I like to start up high at the shoulder and just press in where you can. Down the arm to the wrist and the thummy area of the palm. Good, let that go, roll the shoulders. Even just a moment of attention into these areas can create some more space. Reach up, interlace the fingers, press up. Exhale, draw the hands forward and lean back. Ooh, big stretch. Inhale back up. Exhale, release the arms, forward fold. Big breath. And a soft breath. And walk your hands out. Just take another moment of cat-cows here. Rolling forward and back. Awesome, let that go. Let's go ahead and come up into our table and move into cat-cows and tabletop. Back into table, take your right leg back, move it around, move the ankle. Bring the toes down, engage that foot. We're gonna find a little stretch. I like to work with the toes. You can break it down slowly into like a toe stretch. And then putting more pressure back into the heel to stretch through the foot and the leg. You can play with where you're putting pressure, how much is pushing back. Gonna change sides. Toes down. So if I bring my toes down, each one is tucked under and my weight is more forward. You can kind of feel the into the back of the underside of the toes. And then as I push back, it's like engaging further up the line, stretching up the line into the back of the leg. Come back into table, cat cow. Walk your hands up to kneeling. You can tuck your toes under and move your wrists around. Spread out your fingers, spread out the thumbs. Bring your hands to your low back. Give some massage and warmth to the low back. Drawing forward through the pelvis, lifting through the low belly. And we'll bring the hands down. Come up to down dog. Stretch out your fingers, press into all parts of the hands, lifting up through the tailbone. Oh, stretch it out. Arriving here. Take a note in this pose, what's grounding for you? Where do you feel grounded, connected to the earth? And where do you feel centered? Where do you feel expansive? All the way forward. 3 things we can ask ourselves through different positions. Forward fold at the front of your mat. You might come into a little half lift and fold into it. Release the top of the head. Come all the way up, bend your knees, rise up, reach up. Take another breath with your arms up, your eyes, if you feel good, bringing them up towards your hands. Exhale, release the arms to mountain pose. Roll the shoulders. So we've got grounding, we've got centered and expansion, expansiveness. Standing in your mountain pose. Scan through your body, open up your palms, open up your heart. A little bit of bend in your knees, ground into the feet. Spread out your toes. Take a breath. Good. Inhale big, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Be here in your forward fold. Laying onto your legs, bending into your knees as much as you need to. The tailbone over time lifts up, but we keep connected. Torso to the legs, top of the head towards the ground. Scanning through your body. Where am I centered? Halfway lift, lengthen out. Exhale into plank pose. It might be knees up or down. Keep breathing. And think, where am I expansive? Come all the way down. Cobras. We'll take about 5 cobras. Inhaling to lift the heart, hug the elbows. Keep going. Inhale, lifts up. Exhale, lowers down. Take care of the back of the neck so it's just a natural progression from the toes through the top of the head without kind of cranking the neck up. Let's see, 2 more times. Let it go. Come up to your table. Roll through a couple of cat-cows just to keep warming up and opening up through the spine. And rise up to down dog. Come all the way forward. Bend into the knees and rise up. Exhale the arms to your sides, mountain. Reset, take a breath. Soft eyes, smooth breath cycles. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, letting go. Halfway lift to plank. Hold your plank. One more breath. And lower down. Cobra. Push back to down dog. Exhale moves you. Come all the way forward. Rise up. Mountain. Take a breath. Inhale, reach up. Really feel yourself folding here. Bend into the knees. Tip the pelvis down, little by little, laying onto the lid. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to plank pose. We'll come straight down through your chaturanga into your cobra or up dog. And setting back to down dog. Big exhale to down dog. It's like the exhale lifts the hips. Come all the way forward. Rise up into mountain pose. Good, let's warm up the legs more. Step the right foot back into crescent lunge. Arms up. To like get grounded. Grounding. Centering. Expanding. Step forward. Mountain. Chair pose. Come up, left foot back. Find it. Step forward. Mountain, down to chair. Come up. Take your arms, your hands to your hips. Stand onto your left leg and fly your right leg back. Draw the heart forward, elbows stay open to the side. Where are we centered? Come back to mountain. Down to chair. Come up, hands back to the hips, stand onto the right leg. Left leg kicks back, heart forward. Elbows to the sides, keeping your heart a little buoyant, a little lifting more than dropping out. And land. Mountain, down to chair. Keep the legs, the knees forward. They open out or drop in. Want to stay mindful of that. Come up, take the right foot back to crescent lunge. Bring the hands to the heart. Draw the heart forward. This loads a little extra in the front hip. Keep your hips level. Keep space and strength in your front hip. And we're going to twist the elbow above the other knee. So right elbow, left knee. You might have to sink in a little more. You might even need to step a little more space. Breathe. Good. We'll come out. Ooh, lots of strength in that front leg. Lengthen out both legs. So it's kind of like pyramid, but I'm on the ball of the back foot rather than having the heel down. Good. Go ahead and bring your hands down. Step back into plank pose. Come through chaturanga. Into your up dog or your cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Breathe it out. Good. Come all the way forward. Bend into the knees, rise up. Down to chair pose. Inhale, come up. Take the left foot all the way back, crescent lunge. Into a twist. Hands come to the heart. Elbows expanding away from each other. Stack that left elbow above the right knee. Find your twist. The hands, it's like they're pressing together, lengthening the elbows away from each other, and then the heart's rotating up towards the thumb. Slowly come out. Lengthen out your front leg. I'm just standing here. A bit of a balancing act. Good, bend the knee. Hands down, step into plank, come back through chaturanga. Push back to down dog. Big exhale. Inhale to take the right leg up to the sky, three-leg dog. Take a moment. Where are you expanding? Where are you grounding? Exhale, take that foot forward, come up through a warrior one. Back foot down, rise up. Sink in a little deeper, maybe. Might need to step your front foot a little more forward to get there. Lengthen your front leg out. Draw the hip crease back, leveling your hips to fold into pyramid. Relax your head. Bend into your knee, come back up. Come to the toes of the back foot and fly into your warrior three. You can do it with your arms forward or at the sides. Yes, indeed. Land, mountain pose. Big breath. Release your shoulders. Come down to chair. Sink back, sink down. tailbone relaxing underneath you, front body lifting up. Inhale, reach up, forward fold, let go. Sway a bit if it feels good, side to side. Halfway lift, take the left foot all the way back. Gentle, bring your back knee down, left knee down, hands to the front leg. Pad your knee if that's useful for you, of course. Arms up. If the hands can come together, but if that strains at the neck, it might not be worth it. It might be bringing them towards each other. If they do come together, you can hook your thumbs, bringing your palms and fingers together. Lift up the heart. Engage the glutes, draw the arms back, back, back. Exhale, easy, release the hands down. We're gonna twist, either back knee up or down, twisting open to the front leg. You can use your hand at your low back, drawing that shoulder back, or use your arm up to the sky. Good, exhale your hand down, come through your chaturanga, stepping into plank. Travel through your flow. Coming back to down dog. Okay, take your left leg up. Find your center. Exhale, step your foot forward, back foot warrior one. So strength that lifts you up. Find your expansion. Sink in a little deeper. Lengthen out your front leg, pyramid. Bend your knee and come up. Good, we're gonna fly. You might take your back foot forward first if you want to bring your center of gravity a little bit more underneath you. I was in a really wide stance there, so I'm gonna fly into warrior three. And land, mountain. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold. Again, maybe a little sway. Getting into the low back. Half lift, the right leg all the way back. Bring that knee down and bring your hands to your front leg. So this is a nice way of getting centered, engaging the legs towards each other, engaging the glutes, lifting the navel up, ribs in, and just being here for a moment. Inhale your arms up when you're ready. Bring the hands together if you can, thumbs together. And I like to let the hands be open. So I have my thumbs crossed, but the rest of my hands are just gently pressing together. And it keeps the grip a little softer. Lift up the heart, draw the arms back, lift up the heart, keep lifting through the low belly, engaging through the glutes. Exhale, your hands down. Coming to twist, open towards your front leg. Option for your back knee, option for your top arm. Good. Lower your hand down, step back, and we'll just come down to a tabletop for a moment here. Good. Cat cow, letting go. Awesome. Take the hands forward, come back up to down dog. Now this might be, take it with caution, take your time. Just notice what you're working with along the way. I'm gonna do a twist here, taking my left hand underneath the right leg, somewhere along that leg. Now my whole body's gonna try to shift out of place to maintain. Think about your centered space. Left hand comes to the right leg. Take care of your shoulder if you have any shoulder injury with loading weight there. So I'm getting my hand somewhere near my knee and then bend that bottom elbow. Just a little down dog trick. Other hand, find your center in your shoulder. Right hand underneath. Bend that elbow. I start looking under my armpit. Good, it's kind of a twist. Awesome, bring your knees down. Slide your hips back, making an active, very active child's pose. So we're gripping the ground, drawing the hips back, not resting the heart. Stretching through the shoulders. Stretching a little through the low back. Good. Let's come up, down dog, and we'll step all the way forward. Rise up. Step out wide onto your mat, into your wide forward fold. Wide forward fold. Similar twist would be here, taking your right hand underneath the left hand. You can walk your left hand out a little bit more, like in front of your foot. Right hand across to the left leg. Bend the elbow, look under your arm. So we get this engagement from the bottom arm to draw us down, finding that little twist. And other side. I'm not sure what you feel. I find a stretch around my shoulder blade here when I engage the arm on the other side here. I'm bending the elbow a little bit, using that as leverage to help draw my head down. And I really feel it around the shoulder blade. Mediate your intensity. Good. Bend your knees and come up. Open out to the left, setting up into your warrior two. And slide into side angle. Take a breath in your side angle. Find your expansion, find your grounding. Come up into your triangle. Find your center. Bend into the knee, reverse warrior. Keep breathing. Rotate the foot back in, bring the hands behind you if it's okay. And release the fingers, engage the shoulders towards each other. And we fall. Run the hands down to the back, down the legs. Reach side to side, give a stretch. Hanging onto one leg and the other leg. Bring the hands underneath the shoulders, roll your shoulders around. I like getting into my knees a little bit when I do this. It's like a full motion, shoulder roll. So we'll come back up. Set up into warrior two to the right. Slide to side angle, reach. Come up to triangle. Ground into the feet, lift through the inner legs. Bend your knee, reverse warrior, set up and up and over. Keep your breath smooth. And let it go. Rotate back into wide forward fold. You can do a little bending into one knee at a time, extending through the inner leg. Bringing the feet, heel toe them in towards each other. And come down to a frog squat, garland pose. Relax your tailbone. Using the elbows, helping to prop open the legs. The palms are pressing together. Good. Now we're gonna come out and come back to the front of the mat. So you can do it in your way. If you even just want to kind of crawl to the front of the mat, however you get there. We're gonna end up coming down into a forward fold. So you may just stay that way. Bringing the knees down eventually. Tabletop at the front of your mat. Sway your hips. Maybe make circles with your pelvis. Taking extra caution if you have SI joint problems, low back problems. Come down into your child's pose. Time to let it go. Soft. Sometimes in child's pose, if it feels okay to you, using the mat to massage your forehead, or just gently rub my head back and forth on the mat. Your time coming up to your seat. If your forehead in child's pose doesn't make it to the mat, you could use a pillow underneath so that you get that same sense of letting go. Coming up to your butterfly seat. Taking your time to fold. Use your arms engaging, drawing the little belly in and up, the heart up, up, up. And then at a certain point, we round and the point where we can't come forward anymore, we let go. Relax your neck here. So give a little space for your neck. Come up. Take the left leg forward, right foot close in like tree pose. Reach up and we'll fold over the leg. Keep your toes in line. Walk the hands up. We'll take this knee up and across, so we'll come into a twist. Bringing the foot down, hug your elbow. Use either inside of the elbow or outside for the knee. Hug in or outside. Find your grounding. Find your expansion. Let's unravel into a seated figure four since we're here. Just stacking that ankle above the knee. Use your hands to support. Easy breezy. Let that go. We'll change sides. Right leg forward. Big lift to fold. Your hands up, setting up to twist. So we keep this leg engaged. We keep the toes all facing us. And twist. Take your time. Inhale, lengthens. Exhale, draws us further into the pose, or we find stillness. Come out into our seated figure four. Just like doing this and rocking, kind of letting go. Oh, it feels good today. All right, let that go. Let's come through boat pose and we'll do a little side to side twisting with it. So boat pose, any of the options that are best for you. Keep strong through the core. So think about the front of your spine staying really strong, really engaged. Maybe you bring the legs up, maybe you keep the feet down, arms forward. Maybe you hold on to the legs, but if you do, we're gonna be going side to side, so that's up to you. I personally bring my feet down because my hip flexors will do everything. And I want to give them support today. Side to side. I'm going to extend your fingers, extend your arms, see how far you can reach side to side. Keep your core engaged, keep it open. Keep breathing. And through center, go ahead and come all the way down. Take your time coming back. If you have like a, one of those yoga balls or workout balls or something you can use to hold onto for that sort of movement. Quite nice. On your back, happy baby. Taking time. Keep the feet down, and let's turn to our sides for Vishnu's couch. Balancing on your side body, head propped into your hand. If it's available, middle and point your fingers around the big toe. If that's not so great for you, maybe you hold on to the leg. And if you want to, you could always use a strap or something to anchor your leg. Bend the knee to quad stretch, bring the foot behind you, balancing on your side. Good. Go ahead and change sides, rolling onto the other side. Push this couch. It's interesting, some days balancing on the sides of the pelvis is on its side. Makes a little challenge. Oh, big stretch. Good job. Go ahead and come to this quad stretch part. And roll back to your back. All right. Figure four, left leg up. Cross it over. Come out to the other side. Come out. Okay, so bring your hands underneath your low back, sacrum area. Be mindful with this. We're keeping the low back, the belly engaged into the low back, and we're going to take our legs up. So using your hands underneath the pelvis can kind of help to give your body the angle it needs to keep the low back grounded. With the legs up, we're going to take circles. Keeping your legs together, you're drawing a circle with your toes. This circle can become bigger for more of a challenge. Core stability here. If the circle is overhead, it might be a little bit easier than if the circle was like on the sidewall. Hug the knees. Bring the feet down to bridge pose. Lift up your hips. I'm going to avoid that because I have the pillows going on here, but lift up your hips. Draw your knees straight forward. Breathe. And roll down. Lift up the heels all the way down. Setting up circles the other way. Bringing your hands back underneath. And draw circles the other way. See. If you find your low back lifting up, you're going too far. Just bring it in a little bit. And hug the knee. Feet down, bridge pose. Lift up your hips. Direct the knees forward so they don't open out side to side or fall in. Lift up the heels and roll all the way down. And we'll set up to twist. Shifting the hips over to the right, you can take the twist that you love the most. Keep your twist, check into your arms, your hands, your fingers, all still here, present in the pose. Good time coming out to the other side. And come on out. Recenter. We'll take a moment, maybe butterfly or daydreamer. Come into any last poses or movements. Setting up for your Shavasana. When you're ready, take your time. Any other poses you want to get in there to help you settle in. When you're ready to relax in your Shavasana shape, just take moments to let go.